it's Jay here in my shop. For the last couple of years I've been having trouble with my Dewalt 735 planer, and I'm getting ready to demonstrate what the problem is. So for the first time when I come in every day to use my planer and I turn it on, it worked. Yeah, I'm not sure why I was having trouble recreating the problem, but here's a video of a current project that I'm working on the last time I had this problem, and it was a common problem before that, so turn up your headset because here we go. So now I'm going to head over and reset the circuit breaker. Yeah, this is pretty annoying, isn't it? That's the way I feel about it, which is why I wanted to fix this problem. It's not too far away to get to the circuit breaker panel, but there we go. I got it. And now I'll check the camera, see if it's still on, and yeah, so that was kind of funny that I couldn't get it to fail anymore now that I've fixed the problem. I tried to plug it into a different circuit than the problem actually was on, and it still didn't happen. But it requires the planer to sit unused for quite a long amount of time, and then it'll do that. If I use it, it doesn't do it anymore. So I'm guessing it's something to do with having some sort of, I don't know, capacitance in the planer or something like that, that maybe it has to do with the circuit breakers as well and how long they've sat cold. I don't know. But I do know that the way I fixed it, and it is fixed now, is to put a new circuit breaker in my panel, but not the same one that was there. So let's go over to the circuit breaker panel and I'll show you what I did. Getting myself and a light into this tight corner is pretty difficult, so this is going to be a tough thing to film. But most modern houses, modern-ish houses, have these square D home version circuit breaker panels. This is a sub panel that I put in specifically for my shop. So I'm going to just turn off this 60 amp, even though I turned it off at the main. I'll go ahead and turn it off here as well. But you can see I have 20 amp circuits, 1, 2, 3. Those are my main shop circuits that I use. One of these two, I can't remember which one, was the one that the planer was attached to. And what I did was replace the standard 20 amp circuit breaker with this guy here, what was in this box, which is a high magnetic circuit breaker. When I researched this online, they had all kinds of different terminology for it. I understand what it is because I've dealt with it in work type situations for machinery and things like that. But a lot of times they call them slow blow or high inrush current or something like that type circuit breakers, but for the home series it's a little harder to figure out what means what, and high magnetic is the one. So in my case it was a 20 amp circuit, so it's the HOM 120HM was the correct circuit breaker to replace. Now I'm going to show you how to do it yourself, because I don't think this is something that you need an electrician to actually do for you. If you're totally uncomfortable, by all means get an electrician, but I'm going to show how simple this fix really is by doing it real quick. Here's the old circuit breaker that I needed to replace. Now to get into these panels, what you really need is a big flathead. Through the years they've created these panels with Phillips head on the flathead as well, and now they use like a square drive. So I prefer to take the panel off itself with the square drive. Now you want to make sure that you've shut off the power. If I was at my main circuit breaker panel, I would open it up. Come on. And I would shut off the main right here before I started working on it. In that case, there would still be power up high in the panel just before that main breaker that you'd still have to be a little bit careful about. Now before you do the last bolt, you kind of want to hold everything in place because you don't want this metal panel swinging around just in case you do still have a little power in there. That's why I like to leave the last couple of screws in the top. And then the whole panel will just pull off. And here's what you wind up with when all's said and done. Now if this was your main panel, you would have a huge connection up here with that main circuit breaker. And then these bus bars. These things right here are called bus bars. And they are the ones that have the power going down there that attach to the circuit breakers. And each of the circuit breakers just has one wire coming out of it. Usually when I do this, I'm not trying to reach around a light, but I'm going to shut off that one and I'm going to go ahead and pull it out. The way you pull these things out is you rotate them back out like that and they come out. And then you take your screwdriver and unhook that wire. Now that wire just plugs in to the circuit breaker right in in that slot. So this is the circuit breaker. You can see when you go to take it off, it has to pop out of the bus bar, which is this little clamp thing here where it'll slam into. So when you pull it out there, and then on this side there's a little foot that it mounts into. So it slips into the foot, and then you slam it back down into the bar, and the bar is just a piece of metal that goes there and it clips into it. So that's how they work going in and out. And then this is where the wire goes in. You can see you slide the wire in there and then you just tighten down that screw. Hook up your new circuit breaker, you would slide this back in that slot where it came from for your new circuit breaker, and then just tighten it up. Doesn't have to be super tight, just tight enough to stay and not. And then you're going to put that back in and rotate it back in place. That's all it takes. I was being a little quick when I did that for the video. If I was doing it in a main panel that still had hot wires at the top and I was anywhere close to them, I would control the wire coming out of the circuit breaker a little better than I did. You don't want it flinging up into the power. Hey, one last thing I don't know that I said. If you're going to replace your own circuit breaker, make sure it's the same size as the one you're replacing. Don't replace a 15 amp with a 20 amp. Don't think that you can fix things by putting that HOM 120 into your 15 amp circuit. I think it would be an HOM 115 HM that you'd want to put in then. And if it still doesn't work, you'd have to call an electrician to figure out how to get a better circuit in there. Alright, I'm not 100% sure why it didn't fail, but I can demonstrate now that, look, it works. Yeah, just like it did a couple hours ago. Anyway, I think there's some sort of tolerance in there, maybe because it's cold. I had taken the plug out, plugged it into the circuit next to it. Every other outlet on my wall is a different circuit, so for some reason that other circuit decided it was going to work. It hadn't in the past, but again, maybe because of the cold weather, it's got a slightly higher tolerance. I don't know. It's right there on the edge. But good luck if you're going to try to fix it. I hope this helped someone, and thanks for watching. Hey, it's Jay here coming to you from my shop. I'm with my Dewalt 735 planer, and for the last couple years I've been having problems with this thing. Not bad problems, but the first time I come in and start it for the day, it does this. Planer.